Hello and welcome. I hope this really works this time. Just did an 11 freehold and that failed to time. So this is 10 Underrot. Looking to definitely time this key. Done a fair few of these, just gripping them Haggard in. When I use the grip though, it means I have to use the 68 to stun it, but 3% getting the ticks as well. Can't pull the ticks with this because it's infested, so just gonna have to pull that back. This is a pug route, but everyone's IO is pretty high. It's about sort of 900 to 1000. That should be a fairly smooth run. Hopefully they can get those. The only issue is that if we have to take the right path, fortunately it's the left path for us already. Someone can accidentally pull those ticks, and I find that there is a really great window when that mob is infested to be able to pull them. Make sure that's interrupted. Nice AoE. Warriors doing some solid numbers right now. These guys can root range in Volcanic, which isn't wonderful. Want to try and move it. Try and pull Blood Priest up here. Mark it for Skull as well. Make sure we get picked. There you go. I have to taunt this guy too. Back onto the priest. I've got the next kick. No need. Dodge the cleave, moving on. Asking to CC Moon. I'll mark that, that'll be the caster, and then I'll just stun and asphyxiate the middle. If I can take the first Dark Omen, I can proc my anti-magic shell. And we can move on. I didn't even need to use my efficacy. It's really nice damage. Breaking the CC. Everyone used their kick. Got the little bars here, that's weak aura just for kicks to see who's using what. Bit of a name and shame sort of situation, but it's useful. Mana's pretty good, full timer. The mage for lust. First kick. Row kick too, but that's fine. Triple melee, like kicks won't really be a problem as long as the warrior does it. Oh. You dodge that. Is tyrannical, so this boss does have a fair amount of HP. Main consideration for us, ripping this head, is to ensure that the boss is only like at 2 to 5% HP when the double heads come up, because it gets a little bit hairy afterwards, so time the kick with the rogue again. I have no idea what the shaman kicked, but dodge that again, don't run into melee. Next pack after this, I got it off, yeah. Will be the hardest pack in the instance. For Teaming Week, that's 4 maggot packs. So I want to save my mass grip for then. And then hopefully the shaman can put down a stun, like his lava thing, but he's already done his lava thing here, so next ball's going to be a bit hairy. They've just got to be aware that they can't tank the front of it. I try to stop some of it. Big heals though. Can grip one of them. But yeah, they should be in like nice melee range. It's kind of hard to outrange these. Can stun it. So what I like to do here is I like to grip the infested, stand on the other side of it, drop down my D&D Death and Decay. And so when the Who mobs comes out, they're between me and the mob. Super quick destruction of that. That was the rogue. Moving on, next slash is going to be infested too, gripping it back. I like to do a big next pull because there's a whole bunch of slimes that don't really do anything. The rest is all kind of like controllable. So I like appreciate when people give me a bit of time just to set this up. I'm going to stay on the maggot. I've already used my stun though, so... I can grip the next one, but the third, I won't have it. So I'm really kind of banking on it dying. Oh. Like, no one's going to res him, so he needs to release, yeah. And I'll just pull slow now. Which is doable. As the eater. Kicking, we just don't want to pull that triple lasher back there. I don't have anything for that. Got kicked anyway. Thank you, Rogue. So the aim here, this is where you can really like get some nice time on that. Because we had to split pull that, we're not great with the timer because I want to be able to kill that solo. The next slime, which is infested, coming up. And there's also an infested slime that sort of like roams the map. My ideal would be to pick up those two together, which I think I can do now. Yeah, or at least with the slime. I didn't even get the slime, that's wonderful. Again, don't know my kicks, I'm going to have to asphyxiate there. Mob's already infested, so I don't have to worry about that. Means we can do another big pull, and we'll pull up to the next infested. There'll be 3 mobs. Again, not a massive pack, could have been better, but... The only change in the pull pattern is if I have 2 DKs, you can control undead with the next pack up here. But other than that, if it's just me control undeading, it's not enough damage increase to really warrant it. Because you can pull that into the worm, and it's more efficient. Gripping this, it is in range of the slime, so I will pull the slime as well. You can just death and declare to slow it down. Kicking that. Just want to stop the invest, there you go. Alright, we can move on now. It's an infested slime, but I want to try and pull everything else. But it. Yeah, wonderful. Want to be onto the bone swimmer that sort of like picks a target. I'll save my asphyxiate for the slime though. This is a really fast group right now. Usually you'll want to be hitting this boss in about 10 minutes. We're going to be done in 9.5, so we're definitely above ahead of the curve. On front. Oh, I didn't kick that. That was a mistake. On for a really nice time. Heat is good for mana. Do a pull timer. Give the mage a little bit of time, but he's a frost mage, so it doesn't matter. Want to put it up into this corner. Means if it charges upwards or does the ingest on me, you can pick up the ads a lot easier. There you go, charging upwards is perfect. Barely goes anywhere. Melee don't use downtime. Pick up the ads and go on. Next probably going to be on me, so I want to face that away from the group. Popping AMS just to pop heal up. And all picked up. Nicely done. It's going to charge upwards. Facing it down so it'll charge upwards at them. Just have to move out of the way. Perfect. So now it's going to rampage. I'm going to save my next death and decay for that, just in case ads come up. We have a rogue though. I'm expecting the rogue and warrior to kind of like jump around a little bit, which means that I, as a fairly unrelenting DK, just gonna stick around here, wait for it to come back up to me. Okay, yeah, I didn't hit anyone else. Pick up that last tick. Wonderful. Charging upwards, perfect. Yeah, as I said, the IO of this group is probably about 950 to 1000. So all these guys would time a lot of 10s. Fairly good mechanical play. Sometimes you can burst it down, but we're going to have to collect a lot of these. Try and face that away from people. Couple of ticks is fine. But I'm not sure if we are going to get to the next rampage, but if we do, we definitely just want to focus the boss. Like, one more tick, perfect. Yeah, done. So because it's teaming, I'm not going to control undead the first two casters, we'll just nuke it. I'll mark a skull on it. Move it up. When we kill it, I'll move to the worm and mark that as a skull. You have some purge and spell suitors, so the shields shouldn't be too much of a problem. If you can kick it, it's perfect. Miss the timer, is 58. Moving on to the worm. Mark it with a skull. Hope they follow along. Get a bit of kite time, avoid the volcanic. The last boss of this, the volcanic, comes from the spores, so there's a lot to dodge. Makes the boss a little bit hard this week. Rest of the week's kind of fine. Alright, I'm going to trail these. Mark that again with a skull. Pop a defensive because there's a lot of melee right now. The quadra kick. Always a pleasure. Alright, so it's not going to do anything again. I'll interrupt one of the bone shields now. And we'll move on, I'll set up the next pull. Gonna mark it with the skull. Control undead the target, and yeah, we'll mark the infested with the skull. We got enough DPS that we should be able to nuke one of them down before the totem spawns. If the totem spawns, you gotta make a very quick decision whether or not you kill it, or you run away because the radius of it's only about 10 yards. Yeah, super nice DPS, alright. Yeah, it doesn't get infested too. I didn't have a kick for that, someone did. Alright. Oh, yeah, we killed it, nice. Good for mana, do a full timer.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Nice control, got lust for it too. With AMS, I can trample some of these too, and I want to move it around with the shockwave. I'm just hoping that my group won't Alright, I did a pretty bad job with that shockwave, so I'm going to pop these two. Pop an offensive, moving the camera up. Can stay in the middle, take the shockwave, we don't have to move, that's kind of nice. A little bit inwards. Perfect, there's only one up, but somebody popped that already. This second one always seems to be a little bit easier, so I'm never really concerned for my AMS for it. Got a nice pile here for the shockwave. I'm going to need to stand fairly still though. Got to move back. Alright, that's nice. I can just plant it here, this is perfect. Shockwave coming out. I had to ice block it. Yeah, okay. We pop them. They take a lot of stats, so I do need to dodge that. Nice big heals. Only 7%, so we don't have to worry about popping anymore. They'll be dead by the next festering. Just missed the pet. Got a macro for that, which is kind of nice. Only got that recently. Next is infested, so I do just want to get this down to a level. Alright, gripping up. Wanna dodge the gaze, everyone's done that successfully. Kill the goons. Move on. This is a fun back. So I'm going to mind control the caster. I'm going to nuke the worm. I just mark the warrior with the skull rather than the worm, that's fine. People know the joke. Once the worm's dead, just miss the pet. Because we're going to be pulling the infested mob just to walk past. This is a nice level of percent here, so it's coming back. We really want things to die. Putting it now. A little bit low, but I'll be fine. Perfect. And the rest we can skip. To give us perfect percent. 6 minutes for the 2 key. Controlled, calm, and relaxed. Mounting up. A little bit of a skip past these mobs. We shrouded anyway, so I'm not worried about it. Marking a skull. Putting them back a little bit so somebody can move behind if needed. Looking for the gaze. Risk here is that since you skip the worm, people can get gaze and feared into the worm, which is bad. And if people don't realise that they need to swap, the like kick rotation falls apart and you can wipe. The skip is open, but last mob, 4%. 5 minutes for the 2 key, looking good so far. I'll try and tank on the outside. I see where the first one drops, and then I'll shuffle it, and then try and get everyone to move onto the back side. Just so we're not leaving this stuff forward. So I'll move it here, shuffle it back, and hope they'll spray it backwards, and then I'll move and shuffle it again. Kind of hope that the rogue procs the some of the spores just to make the avoiding the volcanic. Again, going pretty well. Picking up the ad. Don't really need to focus it. Let's pop in some defenses here. Okay, that's bad, you see, because that's gone forward. So now I have to run it all the way around. Find some free space. Also just get it away from the spores, pop that one. Death and Decay the back. I'll try and reset to the pattern, right? Move it forward, come back. So the road's leading the boss, which you don't want to do. That's perfect. Ripping the ad. Other ads coming in. Taunted. Wonderful. The ad kill it. That's on the outsides. Perfect. Popping another defensive. Lots of spores, so I'm just going to move it around again. Group up with the team. All the volcanic. Lots of dodging. Gotta move. Gotta move. That's just going to go everywhere, but I'm just going to cut it around. We only need 10% more for the damage. Hoping to stack up here. Pop an icebound just to survive. So much volcanic. We just gotta kill the ads now to win. Job done. Easy key. Love a bit of Underrot. Really nice loot table for DKs. You get boots out of here, you get a trinket as well, which is kind of nice. And the ring, Warforged, is pretty sweet. Hard to get a piece of loot. Got wrists, but I can't open them. Yeah, I got wrists with a socket in. It's 390 with speed though, so it's not really an upgrade. Maybe past the warrior. He doesn't need it either though, because he's got the mythic ones. Thank him for the group. And good job, gotta love a bit of Underrot. Thanks for coming guys. Catch you next time.